All right, this is going to be me solving 2023 day 2 advent of code in BQN. I've done it before, pretty sure on Weewa, maybe online, I don't remember. But it'll be a way to, showing from scratch from a guy who doesn't really know what he's doing. The challenge is basically for every line here, we got to figure out which ones are like which ones include the colors of, I guess, red that are less than 12. So here's 4, 5 total. So that is possible with 12 red cubes, for example. So this is a two-part issue in BQN and in most languages, where we have to parse each line into whatever into like a into a data format we can deal with. And so basically, I got to look up how we do it, but we got to split up on. Oh, we can discard actually maybe all that, but we can discard this bit and then just split on these guys. So let's see if I can figure out how to do that. I've already loaded in the sample, which is here, and I believe I can do a different print, right, or do show each or something. That'll give us line wise, um, which is cool. But then we have to. Oh, and I'll remind you, of course, that the key map is how you do it. So I pressed backslash and then 0 to type the this character, and then for this character I typed backslash 2. So this is the 2, and this is the character I wanted to print. Anyway, so well, this is gonna be fun. It's always tough. I guess I'm gonna split on semicolon here if I can figure it out because because I know there's no semicolons, or I can split on colons because I know there's no colons to the right of it. And I've written dozens of splits. I bet you I can find it in my file here, but in the interest of doing this from scratch, uh, I guess I'll just write it. So let's take the first I, which again is I, which is the first. You can click on this. You can see here the first cell. As far as I understand, cells are basically the first element. I don't really get it, so I basically do first I. I basically do first this, and if I get some garbage, like that means unit or list or something, then I do the shift I version, and I get just the regular string. I'm gonna also hide this for now too. Hide. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll get rid of the show for now because I'm actually calling part one here and then showing the result of that plus the join with the string. Uh, so actually, you know what? I'll get rid of the second bit here. Oh, my hand hurts. Uh, so you got to split on uh, on things that are semicolons or colons, I should say. So I can do that because I know that I can compare each character to the semicolon or not. So this is comparing each character, like these things are comparing each character to the semicolon, right? Perfect. And so this is a semicolon. So I know I can do I can do something like, well, let's call this mask because it's temporary. And say mask. And again, last time with this, the right arrow here, left arrow is the key map, is the backslash and then the brace to get the left character. So the mask, right? And then I can do and I'll say row for now. First X, right? Perfect. And I'll say, and I can just change this, I guess, to row, same value, perfect. And I can say show mask row, and this will keep all the characters that are 1 in this mask. So from this mask here, we have zeros everywhere except for the colon. So I'll just invert it, I guess. So I'll do the not equals, which is / for some reason. So there you go. So all but this guy. That's not actually any more useful. I want to group them, I guess. And I know there's a classify function, and again, because I've done this a billion times, I should be faster about this. But I gotta get rid of this thing. There we are. Because I've done this a billion times, I know it's something to do with classify or split or group or something. So there's a U thing here, uh, which is group indices. So I'd rather it's group or group indices, I don't remember, but it's one of these guys, and we have to scan over these, which is kind of like a fold where we go per element and compare them or something, or add them together. Yeah, adding them together. So hold on, I'll show you what I mean. You guys can't hear, but this is some awesome music. I can do, so plus backtick or whatever, back / means fold. So I add them all together, and I'll get It's like a reduce, I should say. Not conjugate. Oh, wait. This is a wait plus. Oh, wait. Sorry. There you go. Perfect. Fold. There you go. So Shift F or capital F or whatever means a function, I guess, rather than a value. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but the idea is that you can, well, you can just run per element over the function. So they summarize it by saying insert f between 8 elements of whatever. But so I guess you could picture this as, oh, right there, yeah, see? Same thing as this. So this is equivalent to this, which gives you 6 back. So I'm going to do exactly that, where I'm going to go 0 plus 1s plus a bunch of zeros. So it's going to be 1, which is a reduction or whatever, fold. So that's right, right there, perfect. But then you can do scan, which is the same thing, but it keeps the returning value or whatever. So we have the 3 plus, well, ignore that. we'll just have a bunch of values. So it should be 0, 0, 1, 1, all the way to the end, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, buddy. No. Oh, okay, sorry. Wrong character. There you go. This one. What's this one? Scan. That is scan. Okay, Bert. This is insert, I guess, right? Yeah, okay. I was just offset there. But anyway, so this is the mask, and we've turned them into uh, effectively indices that are part of groups. So like if I had if I show our row again, you can see that this is the first group, and this is the second group. So then if I added like if I joined join, which is column, and then another hello to the end of it, right? Come on, buddy. Why is my not hello going? Oh, because this maybe. There it is. So now we have another. This is the original one, and now we have another one here, and that is associated with this guy. So now we have 3 groups that are split sort of based on their colon. So for that, we use the we can get rid of the show here because we don't care about the mask anymore. We want to use this group function. It's one of these. It's one of these two. I can't remember which one. It's probably this one, just this guy. When it groups them into, it takes a bunch of the numbers, and based on how many, well, how do I put this? Based on the number it is, it puts it in the group. So this is going to be in the 4th group, and this will be the 4th group. So the index 0 and the index 4 is in the 4th group. It's kind of weird. So 5, which is index 2, is going to be in the 5th group, or index 1, sorry, is in the 5th group. Don't worry, it took me days probably to understand this, but I think, oh, god damn it, I pressed the wrong button. Hold on, pausing. So yeah, this took me a few days to figure out. So let's use that now to group these bad boys, grab these bad boys in something. I'm losing the plot here because I don't remember exactly how this is used, but it's something. So let's see. Grouped mask, I guess. I don't know what we'll call it. Again, if you're a real array programmer good person, you use single characters, but I like legibility. So let's now show what grouped mask looks like viewed over row. Oh, okay. Hold on. Look at this. Now we're talking. Let's go 2. So we have our groups now. So the group 1, group 2, group 3. Look at that. Easy peasy. And I'm just there's a way to. I remember there's a way to have it so that the semicolon or the colon is removed as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm just, well, no, I'm gonna actually get rid of my my joined. This is join. Oops. Oh, because my UI thing. But hold on. Where are we? Come on, buddy. Come on. There it is. Join. That's the LSP. It's got a PR coming from Zyma actually, which is super cool. But join. So it just joins the join 2. So this takes W is left argument, X is the right argument. So this is the left argument, this is the right argument. We're joining them together. ABC, EFG, ABC, EFG. Perfect. We're all caught up here, hopefully. And again, if you're not, this is totally reasonable. This is a whole mess. Let's discard. Well, okay. So now we know the whole result here at this point in time is a list, like a one, I don't know, one-dimensional array. I don't know the words, but anyway, I can drop the first one. V D D V. There you go. This is drop. Drop. So I say like 1 drop the values, then I get rid of the first one. So game 1 should go away. Excellent. And from here, I know that the first character is actually the one I don't care about. So for every one of these, I can drop the first character again. Didn't I get rid of this? I thought I said I was going to get rid of this. So this is actually, we don't need to do any dropping here. Well, fuck it. Shoot, we will. We'll do it again. We'll drop another one character. Nope. We want to do per row or something, right? Per unit. There it is. Excellent. We're gonna do a second character because there's a space. I would say this is only hacking for the sake of advent of code, but I don't actually know the a better way offhand. So now we have our raw string here. This is the raw string of our games, and we need to now do the same thing again where we split on semicolons this time, not colons. So now what would we call this? We call our games, I guess. Is this. Now we can get rid of our mask showing because we don't care about this either. I guess we don't care about the row at all. We want to split this on. Oh, okay. This is actually the cool part, I guess, about where we have a thing called a train. I think I explained in a different video, but the idea is you have F1, F2, F3, F2, and then in a parentheses, and then F1 and F2 get passed in some value. So like let's say X, whatever. Ignore what X actually is, but X. I should say actually, X is the argument to part 1. So part 1 is being fed data, so the value of data is actually X right now. But anyway, this actually desugars out to, probably desugars, but something like this, I guess. Right? And then, so now the resulting values are passed to this guy. So if this was, for example, join, as we saw above that I got rid of, this would be joining the result of F1 and X, F2 and X together. So we're gonna do that here with our scenario where we want to do our is equal thing. So this guy, we want to check if it's semicolon this time. So let's do that here. Let's do this. So we got in our new function we got colon, and then pass left equals, which I think of it as a partial function builder, but it's basically saying make a new function that takes f as a left argument. I don't know how to put it, but imagine this is partially called with this guy, and then it'll take whatever value is and compare it. So let's pretend that works. Then our second thing is our mask. Our second thing. What is our second thing? We want to sum it up right away. Is that maybe the case? Maybe I'm overthinking it. No, but probably not. Never overthink. So this is not a train because there's only 2 values. Well, it is a train, but it doesn't matter. This is still going to be this guy first, and then this guy here, and then this one. Oh, maybe I am overthinking it. This is going to be right identity, which is just returning X. So you identity right tack X, and you just get X back. So you call identity 5 and you get 5 back. So I'm calling identity X. And then, okay, this actually really feels like overkill. Now I'm changing F3 into U. And survey says, do we get it compiled the first time? No. No, what am I doing wrong? Oh, the backtick thing. I'm only knowing that because of experience, like with a minute ago, not because I can actually understand. Excellent. We still have the same error. Why would we have the same error? What's the deal here? What's the deal? This has been my experience with BQN the whole time. Is you try something and then you have to just debug for ages. Get rid of these semicolons. What do we get? This is incorrect. So oops. So now this is that. Oh shoot, because it's not X row. Okay, and then now we can actually okay. If I go over here to row, delete this. Excellent. Okay, look at that. Easy peasy. Oh, but not row. We want games. Damn it. Why would this work and not the other one? What's the issue with here? Lengths of W, which is the left argument, which is equal X, or only in a rank -1 component. Is that rank -1, or is it like a line wrapping? Rank -1 component. What does that mean? Oh, okay. So it's the U, so the classify thing. So it's complaining that there's maybe not enough groups or something. Let me before I call this, I will simply call show on the result, and I should get what can be called adequately. Oh, I think that's where you use constant. Where is it? It's somewhere here, right? No. Key map. Let's do. Ooh, I was close. Let's do key map. Where's that constant? It's a little son of a bitch. Colon. That's what I was doing. Backslash colon. Does it just look weird? No, it's not nothing. I want. Oh, double quote. So this thing, ignore it for now. Oh, okay. Okay. That that means because I gave it one value. I don't want to give it one value. I want to give it two values. So I can change surrounding quotes to this, and then do. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah. Okay. I don't know the process here, but let's try this out and see what happens. So now I'm making the braces make like a scope or something like a yeah whatever a scope to make a mini function, and W, if X is the right argument, W is the left argument. So let's see what we get. Okay, well we got a show printing. Okay, I'm gonna also now show what W is because I don't know what W is. If not the thing I want it to be. And again, sorry about the white space. Okay, I'm gonna actually instead of show, I'm gonna use my special log function, and this thing takes two things, and I say W because this is a function that takes two things, and I print both, and I just print value, sort of like elm debug.log, sort of. Anyway, so this is a list of two things, whereas this is a list of I think one thing. So how come I have a list like a two-dimensional list in this? Is it now? Is it because games is? I don't want to be a list. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. Well, that was it. But for some reason, oh, okay. So I got you. I got you. Okay. Because this is still a list. Okay. Okay. I'll put this here. Show this should work fine. Actually, just to be easier, we saw it pop up, but I'll group this or something. Okay, and this is kind of annoying, but here we are. So now we have grouped. So there's the group of the group well the group of of our values, and because there's only one group at this point, because we got rid of again once again our join with hello. Uh, yeah, see, so there's one group, and so that's why we had this guy because we're doing eaches. So there's plural of games. Okay, and I needed to get the very first game to get around that. Excellent. So instead of eaching it, I'll do unit of this. There you go, perfect. So now this is all the games that are should have been split up. I'm gonna get rid of my logs again because that's not useful. Delete find backspace underscore. Delete surrounding double quote. There you go. Or not double quote, parentheses. Then get rid of our log W, I guess, because we know delete find backslash space, delete surrounding quote, parentheses, whatever. In our games, we don't care about games right now. We don't care about X, I guess. Delete surrounding X. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. This is not. Oh, of course. So because our issue, you had seen this a long time ago, was that it was split on colons, but we split on semicolons. Actually, look cool. That's one group, two group, three groups, and I will once again show per row or whatever per element. That didn't work. Uh, so this is a list. This is oh right, okay. So right, because one row of games has multiple games. So then there's one games, and then there's three of them in the first one. I see. So again, if I get the very first one in here, there you go. Now I have three games, and I each them or whatever this is called. Yeah, each. Now I have three games. Excellent. But now I have the same problem as before, where I can't do the hack where I dropped the first thing only. Uh, I'm trying to think of how I can do that. I can there's a way here. There's a way once again to do this where we and I think I do this as well, like nest them again or something. Yeah, perfect. I can look at this. There's a the replicate thing where I have the ABC or whatever, right? And then I show it. I can pass it a list of numbers, and it should reproduce each one of those once. So now if I do this twice, or oops, this twice, I'll get 2B's back. Okay, but conversely, I can also do zeros to get no C's back. So if I have a mask of things that aren't semicolon, I can just keep those and get rid of the other ones. So once again, I'll keep it untrained and then I'll make it a train first or afterwards. So I'm gonna mask this bad boy and I'll say equals, well, yeah, a equals. So which one of these are A's? Or does not equal A, I guess, because we want to get rid of A's in this example. Then we want to pass the result of this into just ABC. Perfect. So in our example, and again, this exact code is equivalent, because we don't like duplication, I guess, is something equivalent to this. I get rid of this guy. Perfect. So these are equivalent, okay? Again, this means right identity, which is this. This guy means partially apply, not really, but partially apply does not equal A. And so you got A does not equal ABC. Then the result of this and the result of this gets passed to this single guy, which again does the equivalent of this. So now we can replace every value we get here with, I think, this after. Let's find out. No. And how come, would you say? Is it this we're getting rid of still? Yeah. Slash. The length of compound W. I don't know what compound means. W must be at most rank X. Let's remember that we have a list of games. So let's do this. No, I'm just putting random keys again. Hey, that worked. Easy peasy. Totally understand what's going on. Now, let's do the same thing again. Where we have... oh, shit. We still have the leading space. We don't want to... well, whatever. Let's worry about that after. Okay. There's better ways of doing this, but this is fine for us. We want to now split on commas for every game we've got. So for every... oh, man, this is hard to read. But that's okay. We have... this operates over every game, okay? Okay. Let's make another one. And this is just going to turn right identity, because it'll be exactly... I don't know why this wouldn't be exactly the same doing nothing. Oh, is it? Okay, so I think... no, I don't know. This? Actually, this? This. Yeah. So, my guess... I'm not going to guess. Some sort of training accidental thing going on. You have to do that sometimes to like break it up or something. Someone can correct me. But now we just want to do our split function again to get rid of the commas. So now we're old pros. So we can yank this guy, paste it in, and change semicolon into a comma. We'll have a... nope, that's the wrong split. Oh, because we didn't. This is our splitter. Let's see if we can fix that. That's our mask. Uh-oh, guys, falling apart. Okay, now we have to think about this again. Get rid of our splitter. This is this thing runs a function. Oh, okay. This is the first train. I see. This is the first train. Okay, so now we're gonna simply now that we understand our trains perfectly well and we're professionals, we can make this tighter, and then yank this, and then put this in here. If I'm to guess, and commas, easy. Look at that. Didn't even have to think about it. So again, We can make a fancy function. We don't have to, but let's do it. Split by, and we have a we okay. Let's F it. Let's get even more fancy. So we're gonna give it a name. We're gonna give it char, and then uh, s, and then a string. Sure. Okay. So that name. Oh, then semicolon maybe colon. I can't remember the syntax. Then we have to just copy our this thing. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Does that at least compile? Excellent. And then now I can, in theory, uh, inside this, to change inside this to uh, shoot. Can I partially apply this guy? Let's see. Comma, split by, and I do this thing. Good. Look at that. Easy. So now I do the same thing again. So I replace this with split by, and then I pass it. Uh, uh, is it now? Is it semicolon again? I got rid of it a second ago. Let me see. It is semicolon. So here, oops. A single quote is a char, and then double quote is a string. That was incorrect. Uh, what am I doing wrong? What was the thing before? Yeah, semicolon. Semicolon. Is it this whole thing? What am I doing wrong? Oh, okay. So this is annoying now. So I think what's happening is now, because there's a single function call here and a single function call here, this whole thing is now a two train, which no, that would still work as I expect, wouldn't it? This is again part of the fun here. Let's let's stop overthinking this. What? Okay. If I get rid of this, what happens? Nothing. Yeah, this is again normal for me to get stuck here. We're splitting by semicolon to break our game up. Because if I split by like some other character, nothing happens. What am I trying to do here? Good gracious. Uh, this is that's okay. I'm shook. It's being split on semicolon, whereas the other one. Okay, well, what's our if we show first games, and we can do out for like a raw print screen. We can do 50. This should get a divider. This repeats the first element in this list, which is just the char, whatever, and then it prints it out. And then we can see the output here. So again, this is the code I just wrote. We're splitting on semicolon, whereas here we're not. But isn't this exactly the same? What is what is my confusion here? This extra quote is suspicious, but that doesn't matter. Oh, goodness. Thanks, guys. This has a quote here, because this has to be char, but that's not going to work, is it? It is. Good. Look at that. Easy peasy. Let's get rid of some quotes here to make it easy. Okay. Okay. Cool. Good thing this isn't going out to people. BQN's pretty easy, guys. Pretty easy. Confidence is back. We're barely at half an hour of recording, and not even too far from the end here, obviously. Now, okay, I can recall here a little bit. Um, this is also unreadable, so let's make this into function or whatever, where we do things by the book and then fix it later. So this should be exactly the same. Excellent. So now, instead of that, we're going to give this guy a name. We're going to say uh, 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 foo, and then we're going to say we're going to say this, and say this, and then foo. This will be exactly the same, exactly. And now we can show what foo is because we don't remember what foo is. Foo, we're going to log foo actually. Foo is actually each individual game. Okay, single games plural, I guess. Single games. Okay. Excellent. This is still tricky to read, but that's okay. Yeah, it's hard for me when I have like a nested. What's the word? Well, there's nested loops, I guess, but I lose track of like what the current scope is. There's also no formatter yet within BQN, which is kind of a pain. But so on here now, we can once again split on spaces because we know that there's going to be there's going to be a group here of spaces and then these guys or whatever, something like that. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So now from these guys, uh, are these called bags? What are these things called? These are called. I bet they're bags. Okay, bags. Okay, so these are called bags, right? And then we show bags. Same. Okay, good. So these are our bags. In BQN, also the last thing you have in the function is the return value, and this thing still returns the same value. The assignment variable or whatever, assignment operator primitive, still returns whatever you pass it. So now for each of the bags, we want to do something. We want to split again on spaces. So let's split on spaces, and I think I'll complete or whatever had us there, where we do this. What do we have? What is this? What does this get? Equal shape prefix. What in the world are you talking about? Is this? Oh, you can't tell what I'm playing. Does this actually? This is super important. But is this? Oh, okay, no, it's not. Okay. Longer this goes, the harder it is to concentrate. The prefix of something doesn't give me a character this time is different. So the depth. What is this? It's Shift M, I think. Yeah, Shift M. It's shape, which is the length of each dimension. So there's two. Well, I'm not gonna worry about what that means. There's a plugin here. I got the. There you go. That'll help maybe. Help the viewers at home. The mapping somewhere is wrong, and I'm gonna go ahead and show again, and we'll see what I got. Oh, because there's plural of them, I guess. Oh, good. So that means ChatGPT was correct the first time. Okay. All right. So now we show them individually. We're not going to show them individually because that'd be ridiculous. We have uh, games of or bags of games. We don't need to show them anymore. Okay. And now we are going to show them. Show bags of games. Okay. And then the first one is something else. Oh, okay. first one is this, which again looks all kind of weird. That's probably my formatting on the screen here. I don't know. That looks super weird. So I print off these guys. Nothing. I the syntax here is all weird, but it's like a list or something rather than like this is a single list, or I don't know. The docs has like an attempt to explain it, but it's all written for someone who knows APL, and I do not know APL. But this is actually, at least in this case, yeah. Why is I sorry? What I'm saying is this makes sense because there's a space and then a well, what are we doing? We're splitting on spaces. Yeah, a space and then equals one or whatever, and then space red, which is another group, comma space two or something, right? But I don't understand why this one's shaped differently. They should still be the same thing. And this is something to do with my messy hack here. Well, I don't know hack, but I have to split things, and I'm not clear on why. Because it really doesn't matter. But I wonder, can I just I can do this and then implicitly do this. This is interesting. Header right, left argument right. That's fine. Well, okay, sorry. I can also do this. Yeah, okay, but gonna increase legibility of this. Uh, I could ignore. I could ignore the difference here, but it's got to mean something, right? It's got to mean something. Can I instead of each one, can I show the length of them or something? Three, two lengths and three length and one length. Does that make sense? Yeah. There's two, then there's three, then there's two. The y, what's the shape? Okay. Okay. The length is the same. What about this? What does this mean? This is the shape. I think that's a list of two elements versus three versus one. Then there's also the depth, right? Rank. They're all rank one. They're different shape, which makes sense. Compose. Sorry, I'm getting the red. This means the top, but basically, it's like the period I think in Haskell or this in Elm, where it's saying like F2 and F1, F3 equals this. So this is basically the composition or whatever of this. So whatever goes into this goes into this and then returns as the value. So that means it like binds tighter than these. Anyway, so I'm going to chalk it up then as a rare, I should say, a rare display bug, and just assume that that's lists just happen to look long. Yeah, yeah. Maybe because they have a blank character that they can't be represented nicely or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it. We got this. So uh, now I'm gonna actually to get rid of the we're still hacking on hacking on hacking. We're gonna get rid of the ones that are length 0 because with the length 0 ones are the space characters. I can't wait to look back on this in like a year and figure out how I could have rated this cleanly because this is just getting worse and worse. So uh, we got to get rid of our length to 0, I should say. So let's make this even easier. Our first guy here, let's make it our second guy. So this thing takes either the first element or you give it a W and you can choose which element. So this is well, I guess it's equivalent. So this is equivalent to 0 because they're both the first thing. So now we do the first one, or the 1th one. And if I get the first one from this, what do I get? Which is the first element. Then the first one of this is the same thing. These look exactly the same, right? Yeah, okay. So literally, it's like a display bug thing, I think, which is why this looks different. Why this looks different? Because it's just a list with 2 elements, whereas there's a list of 3 elements, I guess. So let me. I want to fact check this because this is important to me. If I give this guy a new character, a new list, which is this, which is whatever. No, no. Let's join this with 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm gonna join it again with another list. Yeah, but you don't have the table format. Okay, so it definitely means something. I just don't know what it means, and it can look exactly the same um, for it. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. Give one here, and we're gonna now for each one of these guys. Oh, I gotta get the first element of this as well. First element of this. Or gotta merge it. I'm not gonna think about that. Or can I join these? Come on, buddy. No, that joins them all on the same level. So if I do this, does this join them all? No. That does, but it's not what I want. I want to get this guy and do something with it. So let's now get the first one again. Get the first element again. All right, there we go. And we're going to say get the length of every element. Get the length of every element. Get the length of every element. There it is. Okay, so now we know that there's 0, 2, and 4 things in these guys. So again, we show this. So there's 0 length here, then there's 2 characters, and then there's 4 characters. Excellent. So now we can do the same thing where we have I'm going forward in time, backwards in time. There you go. Where we're running this guy, using this as a mask. Nope. Oh, does that equal 0? Equals length. This is always confusing. I'm trying to. Okay, let's go back to here. We got this. No. It's supposed to be the length. The length of each element here. Oh, okay. All right, back here. The length of each element, and then now this thing masks with this thing. No. Well, the length of each element does not equal 0 is true. Now this we want to mask out with this thing. Excellent. Yes. Okay. So we only want the length of each element here, and then that gives us back a mask or whatever that we compare against does not equal 1 or 0, which gives us this. So now if I'm fearless, this should be fine. Oh, okay, good. Excellent. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, we're living the dream here. So now I can do this, and I can swap this out for this. Excellent. Now we have our things. And from here, once again, we can strip the spaces from these guys, and we'll have just our values. I want to remind you how easy BQN is compared to doing Python. This would be tons and tons of lines of Python. I can just tell you. I can just tell you. So now we want to split by. Is it strip? No. Where's our equal thing? We want to drop. We want to filter out spaces that are not, or characters that aren't spaces. Oh, what should we do here? No. Yes? Yes, maybe. Let's find out. And again, I'm sure when you're better at this, it works out. What do we have here? Let's get this as a show again. Let's see what we get. Wait. Oh gosh, this is the thing where it's doing the thing where it makes a train out of it and it's messing things up. So this replaced with this should nope. Okay, this is log, but now I can't log it because I need to like do the underscore thing with the rest of this thing. But there's nothing in that. Okay, so we're back to show. We're just gonna assume that the thing that disappears when this goes away is what we're printing, which is the three things, which is good. Um, so yeah, this seems to be what I want. But we each, yeah, okay. Oh right, okay. So now we removed every character that is a semicolon. Let's move every character that is a space. Perfect, perfect. Now we know that the first element of every one of these is a integer or float, I guess in our case, because I think there's only floats in this language. So now we can use a new one. I think I think these are all been explained so far, more or less. But now there's under. So under is complicated, like everything else. So this basically does something. So it calls G on the thing, then does F on that one thing, and then undoes G. So there's like an update function which we can use here, which is to get the first one and it sets it to 9. Yeah, the one. So index 2 or index 1, which is the second one, becomes 9 because in Weewa, if the number is by itself, it can mean a function that just returns 9 or its value. I don't know how to put it. Constant function that returns 9. So so basically after we'll make a new set of functions. Well, actually, I'll show you where I just return 1, 2, 3. So our now result should just be 3 1, 2, 3s. No, pretend I said that. Pretend. Okay, let's make it constant, maybe. Constant. I'm not. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna. Let's again show our things. Ooh, how come there's a comma in this one? Where does the comma come from in this? Oh, is this a train scenario? No. Right, because this... I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, well, this is actually a perfectly good time to use the lock bomb page. This thing. And this is what I do sometimes, where I have to punch it in here, and I just give it like a list of things. It doesn't matter what this is. And I explain it, and it tells me how it like parses it. And you can kind of tell at a glance. Oh, I got rid of my parentheses. Here. No, this. Oh, come on. This. This is my left guy. Yeah, this does the train thing, I think, on these two guys. Then it does this thing. Okay, I don't know what the ordering here signifies, but it looks like it's parsing these and then parsing these. What if I do another nothing? Oh, this music sucks. Oh, I don't get that. I don't know why that has to be the case, but that's fine. So, we're showing because we're showing individual things, so I can get rid of each call, and we have the individual rows again. Excellent. So now, from here on this guy, we want to do our under thing. So we want to get the first argument, which is this under parse float, which does parse floats. Shoot. Okay. What do you think you're getting here? I'm gonna. You get a 0. Oh, because this. Yeah, I don't like that either. Oh, okay. So that parses it. Okay, excellent. So the reason this was messing up is because there's some sort of precedence thing where without the parentheses, I guess BQN doesn't know or CBQN doesn't know how to parse things correctly or something. Even though, to my uneducated mind, this looks the same as this. but it's it's I think something like these two modifiers um, go left to right or something, and this on its own is a thing. Maybe I'm not sure. But anyway, it's bitten me a billion times. So good news though is that we have our colors and our values, which is cool. Uh, so that's every bag of games. So now instead of every bag of games, instead of just the first bag, we can go to the second one. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I'm doing first here. I don't remember why. I'll leave it as to that. I'm trying to show this guy again. See what we got. That's so freaking hard to read. Goodness gracious, I have no idea. So, bags of games. Show bags of games. I don't know what that's telling me. If I merge it, does it? That's not even. That's actually merge it. It's merged. No, I don't know it. It looks like it's. It looks like it's in a list though. So maybe I am just supposed to. That looks like no loss of value. So I'm gonna. So this works, I guess. But where I should be having all my games, and I don't think that's what's happening. Oh, row. Ah. Here we are. So row is what I'm parsing. So all this is really generating a row parser or whatever. So let's say let's turn this into parse row, and do that, I guess. Row colon semicolon colon. Okay, and now we can go here, and then we do this, and then we say parse parse row. My hand hurts. Good, and then we're gonna name this foo, and then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna say foo, and we should have the exact same functionality. Excellent. And so now instead of this, we can move this down here for ordering, and then so again, this is defining a function in the local scope, and I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say instead of this, instead of just one argument or whatever, we're gonna go for every element in foo, each element in foo. This is saying the row two sides of the tie must match, which usually means when I'm not using X or whatever. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. That's why. Excellent. Look at that. Easy. So now we have our games parsed. So this is 3-1 whatever. Although I'm pretty sure that well, I guess I can just print it here. I'm pretty sure the first line of X has duplicates. Yes. So game one did have duplicates. Where are my duplicates? Is it one of my firsts that breaks it? Let me see. I don't know. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, at some point, I'm looking at the first thing. The first thing is probably what's messing me up here. Is there a way I could tell? Uh, show? Oh, goodness gracious! How impossible this is to read. If I do this, okay. So I can also print again. Do the out 50 dash thing to get a line of bags. And I'm going to take, instead of the first few, I'll take the first three, or drop three or take three. Okay, there you go. Take three, which excuse me, takes the first three elements. So this is the first game. So each time I'm parsing, I get blue, three blue, one red, and two green. So what happens to these guys? It's not that this is failing to parse as a float, because it wouldn't. It would just complain. It wouldn't. It would even the malformed input thing. What is the issue here? Okay. Um, I like to call these things res as the temporary variable, so I can just show them later. That way I can comment them out. As res as a result. I can't tell a pattern. I can't tell a pattern here beyond that this has two elements, two valid elements, two valid elements, and a length 0 element. I'm still worried that it's the okay, well actually, if I do oh, also no, okay. If I do this, no, and I'll take two instead of one, I guess. I'll take one. Um, when after I've taken it, I let's do another show. So I'm trying. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 undos? No, that's way too many undos. Whoa, I went 44 undos. Okay, so this is I'm trying to compare when I do this to this. What are the printing? What are the first element? Okay, so I got you. So so these things is each row of bags, whatever, and I'm getting the first one here, and then same with come on West term, same with these ones. I'm getting the first one of these. So instead of getting the first one of these, I need to get every single one of them, and I can't say just drop the first one because there's not always three. I have to strip out the commas to make this nicer. Um, and my sloppiness is really eating into me here. I'm losing real estate on my screen. So if I instead change this to one, I'll get an error, but this is at least better because my error makes I don't know, asserts that my test is going on. The the issue isn't what is the issue? Obviously, it's trying to parse this as a one or whatever. I don't know what the one is actually, but it's trying to parse it, but I don't want that. Come on, buddy. There's got to be a. Let's go. We got. Can I can't even break this up into lines, eh? Because it'll still just. Get rid of this. Escape. There it is. Okay. Um. Actually, GV. Oh, come on. Bar, I guess. Bar equals this. That's parentheses can't contain separators. Okay. Okay. Change this to the. Oh, change this to this. That's awful. Here, and then just take this to be x. That should be exactly the same as before. Okay, good. This is equivalent to before. We're duplicating res functions here, but that's okay. Not duplicating res functions. We're being sloppy. I'm thinking if we can be smarter at some point in our input. Let's let's comment this out. We have a show bags of games. This wonderful thing. If I get the first one, because that's all we have is the entire thing. If I join them together, it's not any more joined than before, is it? No, it's not. It's like double nested somehow or something. I don't get it. Uh, I'm just looking at the indications here. It still has that weird thing I was talking about earlier. Let's re-render. There you go. It's a list of one element long rather than a unit object or something. I want to nuke the commas. At this point, the bags of games we can gear to this too, right? It'll be the same thing. And in this guy, we want to nuke everything that is a comma. So let's do this again. Copy and pasting. Unmatched bracket. Maybe this. Come on, man. This. Okay, we're just guessing. Error. WMC an array of numbers or a list of such arrays. What is it instead, though? Maybe you could tell me that. That'd be cool. Oh. Because this has to be wrapped in this, or it already was, maybe. Okay, and then now this has to be composed. I don't know if this is exactly the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Excellent. Excellent. Just this is the same as before. This will work. This will work. Or, so will this work? That'll work. Did that do anything with commas? It did, oh fuck! Shoot! I mean, it did not. Okay, commas are gone. Commas are gone. Now if we hackery again. Okay. Now we have to remove the length of zeros again, because we want no more length zero things. So this is our remover of length of zeros. We're going to paste this in here, do this, and we're going to put in one of these in. That did nothing. It removed nothing over. This. It removed nothing. I'm. Why did it remove nothing? It should have at least removed something, right? Like it should have done something. Okay, so what if I put you here instead? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? You feel the same. What about merge and then this? You would feel okay. Now we simply encode it after. No. What's my issue here? Okay, we wanna print them all out again. I want to iterate through all of them again. Okay. So if I paste this and then detail this, detail \2. There we are. Excellent. Excellent. And now again, I'll sort of explain that. This will be fine. It's fine because the index doesn't exist on this thing. That's fine. So now, instead of showing this, oh my goodness, we're not even okay. We got it now. We have to instead of this, we're gonna get some shows. We're gonna this, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. Nope. Because we want to every bar. Oh. Uh, yes. And then now the resulting of this thing has to be this. Close. Close. Okay. Okay. This is beautiful, man. This is just legibility uh, to the ground. So now, if I again show each of my games, there's no guessing either. So this is my games: game one, game two, game three. Oh my god, I totally didn't appreciate that until whatever. There's one game, and then there's like hands or something. That's what I was missing. A few games that look like this. Once an elf will grab a handful, show them to you. There'll be a few times per game. So the elf, grabs them out. So each game has a couple grabs, and these are the grabs. This is grab one, grab two, grab three. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and commit this. I'm gonna say parse day or 2023 day two, right? Yeah, part one. Okay, excellent. Um, what in the friggin' heck? Uh, where's our parse row? Parse row is here. Okay, and this is actually the poles or whatever. Let's call them poles. Poles. Or I guess grabs. Grabs. So now I can, instead of taking one, I can take all of them. And the only reason I'm not seeing this is because that's fine. Well, show row. There we are. We can validate this is correct. Look at this, confidence is back. So, yeah. So this is golden. So back to our question at hand. If you only have 12 reds, 13 greens, or 14 blues, I'm going to type this in. If we have our thing where we have 12, 13, 14, we're doing we can put it limits or something. Limits is again probably a nice way of doing this, but we're gonna hard code it. Actually, does that work? Does this regular square braces work? Okay, excellent. That must be like a non-listed. So we're gonna have red, comma this. We're gonna have, okay, come on, there it is. No, oh right, okay, sure. 12, right? Come on. Nope. 13, 14. You got it. Thanks. Auto complete. 3 and oh. No, this is one element. This is another element. Oh, come on, you trailing comment. No, that's not it either. Sorry, BQN. Surely. Where's the zero length? I don't see the zero length element here. Because these aren't squares, whatever. Okay. I can do this the short way or the long way. Let's do the long way. Whoops. Replace this with this. Okay, then we can just show limits, but it won't basically show on the screen. Excellent. We're probably not going to use it anywhere else, but we can write it down for later. And let's just join this for the sake of it. Can we? Can we? Oh, actually, this is very not related, but I know from dealing with Jason, we can do this differently. We can say red, blue. Is it blue? Red, green, blue. Come on, autocomplete. Word. No, it doesn't care right now. And then here, now we do 12, 13, 14. That'll compile. No, because this is different lengths. There you go. And I'll show limits. Good. Look at that nice table. And then now, if I want to, oh, this is really not important, but if I want to grab which of the first elements equals red, I think I could do red match limits, maybe. That should say 0. Okay, good. Now I can grab that one from limits. Grab. Nope. What's this? I know it's index 0 of. Surely this is not it. Yeah, there's got to be a better way of doing that. But that's there. That, and then okay. So this is just match or something, right? This is a match. Does W match exactly X? And then so which one of these? No, no, that's not correct. Is it this? Is it this? Hold on. I think 0 got lucky. Was it? Is it just? It's not. These look funny, but there's like a find thing. Yeah, this is fine. there's a way to contains. It's not this. Which symbol is it? Key map. Here it is. I thought it was this. Is it not? If we swap it. Oh, okay. Shoot, that is it. Okay, hold on. Green? No, okay, maybe not. If we swap it? Nope. Oh, do I have to close it? This is annoying. Okay, now we go back to this guy. Just brute force it. Surely there's an easy way of surely there's an easy way of doing this. Okay, if I change blue, this should be 2. Nope. Oh, okay. So in the first ones. Okay. Easy. That's which one of our things, which one of our indices. No. No, because that'll. This will, if we select these out of our limits. Limits 1. Yeah, that'll just be a selection thing. And we don't want that. Oh man. This was meant to be a fast lookup. There's got to be there's a way to use this mask somehow. Short of just limits 1 or whatever. Like this works, right? But that's not the way I was thinking of. Because now if I want to do red or whatever, I can figure out red. So again, this gives me a mask sort of thing of where this fits into this, and it fits at the fourth element. So SUBS, and that is string over here. You can't see it because it'll miss it because it can't fit in. Like this doesn't fit the word string. It can only ever start here. That's its logic. Anyway, so now that I got our limits printed out, we can make. Again, this is really not important, but let's call it lookup. And we're going to say, I think key just on its own will work. If I just do key, and then, okay, it has to be this? I thought there was a way to make it like implicit or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Is it because there's no other thing? Yeah, so it has to be 2 things. So if you have 2 values, nothing. I don't know. But anyway, um, this look up red 12 uh, drowse. There you go. Talon was listening. Uh, blue. Cool. Excellent. This is definitely what we all work here for. Um, but you gotta keep your brain clean sometime. So, our part one. Per game, we have to figure out if there's been at most 12 reds, 13 greens, 14 blues. Um, and luckily, we can solve this just by basically saying, as long as actually, let's make sure that they're put back into the pile after they've been pulled. Um, yeah, put them back in the bag exactly. So as long as none of these pulls are ever higher than 12, 13, or 14 appropriately, we can be good. So like here, for example, red is invalid because red has more than 12. Yeah. Okay. Parsed games. Games. And now, so for every parsed game, we need to basically look up red, green, and blues and figure out if it's. I just like so much how this is displayed. I keep looking at it. Uh, I got to per grab pull up each one and check if it's a valid grab or not. Let's do that. So let's say I don't remember we're showing things. We can get rid of this now. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. We can get rid of our show row. Excellent. Uh, we could do our commit our parsed add lookup function. We can say color lookup color function. Not that we'll ever need it for anything else, but so now we take our first game. So let's just show our first game in a element or whatever, and that's still a single element list. So I'm gonna again grab the first element because it should be the whole. No, never mind. uh, I still don't get what this means besides the list. But then what do these mean if not lists? So uh, anyway, so now for each one of these um, is valid or whatever. So is grab valid? So we'll say is grab valid. I think this is well. This will give me a complaint saying you don't know what to do with the roll. Yeah, I really thought you could do that. Anyway, is grab valid. So now we have to go per bag color. So what we can do is so a grab. I guess we can show as well. Like we log it actually. A grab is we should. Oh, so is grab valid per per grab. There you are. So per grab, we have our first list and second list, and we can use this key to figure out our limit. Or yeah, key. So we take this, look up here, get 14, and see if 3 is bigger than 14. Is what I'm thinking. So okay, so from here now we can do a function that looks up uh, that looks up well per bag, I guess, right? So uh, grab is actually the bags or whatever bags, and then grabbed bags. I don't know if that'll help, but bags. Excellent. Now we can look up. Let's for now just take the first bag. We're gonna call it nothing. We're gonna call it first just to know that we have the first bag. Oh, some again, no one cares, but some classic Atreyu just showed up. Amazing. Um, we have our first element. which we're going to keep logging because logging is just so much easier. First, goodness gracious, have a good time with music. Um, the first element is this. So now we can actually do unpack it, which is cool. Color, Bert, and then we can instead now. So now we've got our well, we're gonna actually immediately forget that this is first bag. Okay, nice and quick. So we're gonna say, oh, there you go. Thanks, autocomplete or whatever, autopilot, and then we can do. I bet you this will know. There it is. So we have our count and our color. So now we can do our limit. If we look up uh, if we look up color, again I have to wrap these in parentheses rather than color max or whatever max. So now we say is valid is lookup color uh, less than count, or is count less than this valid? Okay, let me. Ooh, I don't know what that was about. Oh, I see. We got a ping on Discord, I think. Uh, grab bags valid, valid, valid. Okay, so we know one of them at some point is not valid. So let's go to. This is not valid. So this is incorrect. So look up color. Is count less than the limit? Yes. How come? How come? Because it's the first bag. Okay. All right. Um, let's get the third bag. It's gonna probably crap out because it doesn't have the third one. But that's fine. Uh, three. Sorry. The second one. There you go. There you go. This is not valid. Okay. So now let's make this a function. Uh, but that's okay. We can do this. Hopefully this makes sense. We have this, um, this, this, uh, this. This should be equivalent, right? Wait, this should be equivalent. Oh no. Okay, good. That's equivalent. Okay, and we're gonna indent this, and we're going to what? We're gonna do this instead. There we are. Okay, and these are the valid bags. Okay, hold on. Well, is there a way we can validate this? Can we? I can actually show this first do. So, game one is this. So this is not valid. Game two is this, which is is it less than? Only 13 back. Okay, so less than is fine. So it's gotta be less or equal. Is it this? Yeah, perfect. Less or equal. There you go. So this is valid. Good. And this is valid. So valid one, valid 0. So where do these ones come in? Because I'm printing them. Oh, well, that is it. That is it being printed. If I see three valids, I expect to see these three. So where does this one come from? Hmm. Go to this. Because we're passing this result back. And the result of this the result of this literally should just be this or this. So where is grab bags coming from? Okay, we're gonna do another res on this. It should be exactly the same. So we're gonna show res again. Oh, it's what? Oh no. These are ones. These are ones, and these are the. But then how come? Because I'm returning a list. Oh, I see. Shoot. So the reason this was working like this was because this is only. No, it doesn't make sense. Oh my goodness. This is printed 3 times. So 3 times is 3 numbers. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well. Okay, good. That's what we want. And these are, I guess, grabs or whatever. Uh, uh, per per grab, I guess. Grab valid. Grab. This is a nice part of the array programming stuff is we can iterate over this and then we can just max them or whatever. So we can say max or the minimum because we want all of them. This should be good. There we go, because this is basically saying the minimum of 2 numbers, and because this fold button, remember, fold goes in between. This is equivalent to this, so this goes like 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So here in our case, we're doing 1 min 2. And the result of that is 2 min 3, or 1 technically min 3. That summarizes our numbers. So now, what's the question? In the games would have been possible. So games. Okay. So now we can do. Well, what is this? Get rid of the logs here because we don't need to do this. We just need to have our well delete delete find space. That should be the same. We can get this. So this now, and where's our 14? 14 is our lookup at the top here, I think. Yeah, perfect. So where's our shows? Shows minimum. We can get rid of this. Good. These are which out of the first out of the inputs samples day 2023 day 2 out of the samples these out of these 3 games. Oh, I'm surprised that this is still here. But anyway, this game is valid. No. This is the file I'm on. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, we can go back here. Um, we're just gonna go here quickly, and we're checking this. This is always the hard part. So this is getting the 3rd game. So the index 0, 1, 2 is this game, and of these games, the first one is invalid. The second one is valid. The third one, I assume, is not is also valid. So then we can also say from here, uh, uh, we can just do the same thing again, where we min the result. That should give us a single value, which is to say game 1 is invalid, or game 2, which is really game 3. So now we go to game 0 is valid, which match up with this. Games 1, 2, and 5. So this should be valid. This should be valid. And then this should be valid. Excellent. And then if we take this thing, actually this will still be the same thing, right? Yeah, perfect. So now we can do this over our elements again, and we have our map. Games 0, 1, and 5 are valid. Okay. So now what's the question? What are the sum of those games? Which games would have been possible if the bags have been loaded with only 12 void cubes? Okay, so now we can assume that in the actual values, inputs, okay, in the actual values, the game index is go up with the go, which we can also do based on their index plus 1. So another nice case of array languages, be nice, is just that, is summing these guys up. So if we change this to the using the actual input, and I should once again clarify that this is left arrow is define. This curly arrow is change or redefine. Oh, now I'm. Oh, interesting. I think. I'll not worry about that. I guess you can call a function and reassign it to the same value or something. I don't know. But anyway, this is just redefining data. So now we have all of our games, and we can again, well, we can validate it easily, I guess. But this is our last game, and if we wrap it lines, we can see that there's 16 red. 16 red is not allowed, so it is invalid. Excellent. So we can simply now, from each one of these, this is another train scenario, where we have a list of numbers, a list of numbers, I guess. So now we can say how many we have. We have 100 of them, we should say, right? And so we make the range, this is a range, which is to say if you give it 4, it'll go 0 to 4, like in Python, I guess. So now I have either range 0 to 100, and I want to plus 1 them. Now it's going to add 1 to every single element. It's pervasive, which means basically adds 1 to every thing in the list. Excellent. My thumb's starting to hurt again. Now we want to join this with the results. So, will this work? I think it will. Let me try this out here. I mean, I really thought that's all good. Well, this is the join. Couple. Why is this? Okay, is this gonna work? So this, what this is, so this guy, remember, is the join function, so as we saw. So this is our initial list of 0 to 100. This guy is the right identity, so it just returns a value. And this is, remember, our F1, F2, F3 thing. So like a train is equal to F1, F3, F2, some val, right? Data or something, some val. We're gonna call this, and again I'm repeating myself, but I just want to be clear on what it is. So this is equivalent to some val, because trains took me freaking forever. Which is this, right? So if you have a, I guess I should be super strict. This is a train, which is equivalent to calling F1 on some val, F2 on some val, and then passing those both to F3 as the left argument and the right argument. Now, this guy, which is enlist or pair, takes 2 arguments, and it pairs them together. So here it takes a 1 and a string, and it makes two elements, or whatever. But I'm using the modifier, which I guess I never really explained, is it applies like, how do I put it? It applies this to each individual element in there. And this, in this case, is enclose, which means like wrap it in the list. So it's almost like fold, almost. But anyway, take this, apply 1, enclose to 1, enclose to 2, enclose to 3. And that's what this is, where 1 is enclosed, 2 is enclosed, 3 is enclosed, and it's wrapped together into a list. There might be a better way of phrasing that, but that's how I understand it. So that's what this is doing, where it gets the range, and it just takes some val. In our case, it's the result of all the games valid, and then pairs them with the left. So 0 to 100, the game results, and pairs each individual one to its index. Okay, so now if we show again, we can show this, and we can again do the per element thing where we do this. Now we have a list of all the well, this is kind of useless, but we have all the pairs and indices, but we don't care about that. We can actually just use the wins and losses to select which one of the ranges are, which one of the game indices are valid. So, which is to say, remember, if we have the 0, 0, 1 thing, and we replicate A, B, C, this should just give us a C after. Yeah, and then if we want 5 C's, we have 5 C's, 1 C and whatever, right? So if we want to only have, if we want to have all of them, we have one of each. Or if we want to just get rid of some of them, we make it a 0. And this is our mask, right? This is our mask. So we're gonna now, our wins becomes our mask. So we can actually rename this. Named win masks. Wins. Yeah, just wins. Whoops. Should be exactly the same. And then we have our IDs, I guess. Copy this. Oops. Copy this. Give wins. And let's just again show to be careful. We always want to validate ourselves. These are our IDs. Oh, these are joined IDs. We don't want that. We just want this. We're gonna show IDs. Oh, another thing to be careful is if you just call a function without enough arguments, it'll just like do nothing, and there won't be any white space or anything, which is surprising. And then also same with like if you give it a plus, yeah, see a plus, there's no like error or anything. It just silently does nothing, which I think is a bad thing. It's really confusing. Sometimes if you're lucky, you'll get like a output of just a function, but not all the time. This should, I guess, give you a fake output. Never mind. But the point is, watch out for that. So show wins. This should be just our mask. I think we can actually join this together, so it's a true mask, maybe. Merge. There you go, merged. So this is join all the elements together, whereas merge combines them into one larger array. Again, I don't know the difference, but this is an array, whereas this is a list. So cool. So now we have our flattened wins, which again I'll just flatten because we want to always have flattened, and use this as a mask for our win IDs. No, game IDs. Again, game IDs, just make sure. Excellent. Now we mask this out with our wins. Now these are our wins. I'll get rid of this too. We have our win IDs, and we want to sum them up. And wouldn't you know it, we could just go sum over the fold or whatever, like in reduce. So it's going to go 1 plus 3, and the result of that is going to be plus 4, and the result of that is going to be plus 5, etc. That should give us 2317, which looks familiar. 2317. Done. Let's commit that and do it. Perfect. Actually, let's just make this nicer output because it's very important before we commit. gotta have our nice output here, and then hide our limits. Excellent. Git commit all. Solve 2023 day 1 part 1. Thank you for watching. I'll let me know if you have any questions. This is very confusing, but hopefully it's good.